For years, I worked almost exclusively with resin. I was fascinated by transparency and by the possibility of preserving pieces of nature inside of it. That's how my creative journey began, and for a long time, that's all I wanted to create. Eventually, I started receiving commissions for people who wanted something with resin. But at the same time, I couldn't ignore the fact that I was working with plastic every day. At that moment, I thought I had already found my way of creating. I knew how to work with it. It felt familiar, so I kept going. But everything changed when I decided to embark on a new adventure with the objective of learning English. That's why I moved to New Zealand. And as always in life, when you decide to take something new, you have to give up something else. When I arrived here, I realized that I left everything behind. My studio, my place, my projects, my ideas. I had to start from scratch, in a new country, new home, new language. So many things to integrate. It wasn't easy, and I felt sad because I carried the feeling that I was giving up and leaving my dream behind, my creative identity. I started working and enjoying nature, of course, the new environment, and the adventure of living in a new place. Even though, every day, I felt I was missing something. My hands on my work. And as the days went by, I started to feel lost. I wasn't only missing my tools or my projects, I was missing the version of myself that knew how to create. I tried making different things. A bench with bamboo from the farm, some furniture for the house. But the projects stayed incomplete. I was only starting things, but nothing consistent. And of course, the voice in my mind was always saying, "What's the point? You don't even have your tools. Why even start?" Any excuse was enough to keep me away from creating again, because I really didn't know how to start or with what. I felt confused about not finding the direction. One day, while I was feeling completely stuck, someone told me, "Why if you try 100 different things? Maybe by the end you will discover what you are actually looking for." And here is when I decided to make a commitment with myself. It sounded impossible if I thought about the number, but I had nothing to lose. So, without any expectations, I decided to give it a try. The only rule was very simple. Spend 1 or 2 hours every day creating something, wherever. Some days I drew, some days I only read, some days I did awful things. But I kept showing up, and the more I did it, the more impressed I was by what I could achieve. I started to get excited again. It was like having a date with myself every day. Another part of the challenge was sharing everything, even the unfinished pieces, even the failures. That terrified me. I had always believed that if something wasn't good enough, it was better not to show it. By little, I broke through that pattern and stopped trying to look finished. I simply continued showing up every day. One of those days, I tried to weave with a plant to make a little basket. And during that process, I realized, if this works with this plant, maybe it could work with another one too. And suddenly, everything around me became a possible material to be transformed. My exercise changed, and the challenge slowly became something else, entering into a new universe of creation. Natural fibers, weaving, cords, baskets. From that moment on, I dedicated myself to experimenting with different plants. Every basket taught me something different. Some fibers broke immediately. Others become harder and stronger when they dry. Others surprised me completely. But I think the biggest lesson wasn't about weaving itself. It was about something much deeper. I started working with a material that preserves something dead, And today I work with materials that are still alive. They dry, they age, they transform. And maybe that's exactly what I also learned with this experience. It was about giving myself permission to become someone new, to be transformed. I thought I had lost my way, my identity, but I think I had only lost the version of myself that belonged to that past. And if there is one thing I hope this story reminds you, is this. Don't be afraid to follow your curiosity. Sometimes we build a strong and solid personality around one thing, then when that is gone, we feel empty. But our creativity is bigger than any material, any job, or any identity we have built around ourselves. So when you push out from that comfort zone, or your circumstances change, life always invites you somewhere you could never have planned.